Hi guys, welcome to my week 46 post VSG update. How are you? I hope everybody's doing really well. I am feeling great today. Really good. It is 6 weeks until my 1-year surgiversary, and 2 weeks ago I decided I was going to have no cheat days from then until my surgiversary, and this week's been tough, but I've made it, so I'm feeling really good. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a weight loss surgery, on October 20th, 2016 in Morristown, New Jersey at Morristown Medical Center. My height weight, starting weight, day of surgery was 265. I'm 5'8". I'm 31 years old. Last week I came to you at 173.3. This week I come to you at 172.4, so that is a 0.9 pound loss for the week and 92.6 pounds down since surgery. I am so happy with this, you have no idea. I, for some reason, had convinced myself that my body was done losing, I guess last week and this week and going forward. It's new low weights for me ever. In my adult life, I've never been this low. So I think at some point this week I convinced myself that where I was where I was going to stay, forever. I had reached maintenance and that was it. I had no reason to believe this. I didn't weigh all week, so I didn't know how I was doing. But I was just like, oh, this is so hard. I'm not going to lose any more weight. And then I lost almost a pound, and it made me really happy. But yeah, this week was tough to not have any cheat meals, let alone a cheat day, but I'm trying to not even have any cheat meals. And I don't know, I guess this idea of you can't have it makes you want it more. So what I've done is I've become much more creative in my diet. Basically, up until this point, my daily food has been extremely routine, extremely regular, extremely scheduled, and if you watch my last what I eat in a day, I feel like from months 4 to 2 weeks ago, it was basically the same every single day. So this past week, I've changed it up quite a bit. I've just been cooking new recipes, bought new things at Trader Joe's and different grocery stores. I'm trying out new vegetables. I'm just cooking a lot. I have a ton of leftovers. But I think that variety has helped me stay on plan, because I can still stay within my calorie allotment, my carb allotment. I'm still reaching my protein goals, but because it's more creative every day, I feel less restricted. So that's been good. I've also, I know they always say not to drink your calories, and I'm not drinking my calories, but I'm getting more creative in my drinks as well. I used to always be just a water drinker. Even before surgery, I never really liked soda or anything. But lately I've been drinking water and Powerade Zero, which the Powerades I used to only drink when I was going to the gym. Now I just drink them throughout the day. They're 0 calories, 0 sugar, so it's fine, but because they're flavored, it kind of adds a bit of variety too. So if I'm craving something sweet or just something a little different, that definitely hits the spot. I've also started incorporating a second cup of coffee in the day, which is definitely an appetite suppressant. And my morning coffee, I do it with a Premier. The afternoon coffee, I do some kind of sugar-free syrup. I bought a bunch of Tirani syrups, sugar-free syrups recently, and just a little bit of Fairlife skim milk, and it's maybe 60 calories or whatever, and that's a really great appetite suppressant, and it's delicious, and it's a nice pick-me-up. So I feel like I've made a lot of changes diet-wise this week, just because I've had to keep me from going a little crazy. I've also been exercising a lot of the same exercising. I've been doing group exercise classes. You guys know I love that. But I've just been so 6 weeks until my surgiversary, and so I have a whole bunch of events coming up, which I'm really happy about, because if you were watching me last winter, you know that the weather really affects me. I have come to learn this about myself. In the summer, I'm really happy. I'm from New Orleans, where it's eternally summer. And now that I live in New Jersey, when it gets below 70 degrees, I'm freezing and I'm sad. And that's just the way it is. So, in the summer, I like to plan a lot of activities for myself. We go hiking a lot and exploring New Jersey festivals, whatever. And I'm realizing that in the fall and in the winter, I need to plan a lot of things for myself too to keep me busy, especially on the weekends, because otherwise I just sit around and get mopey and sad and want to eat everything. So the good thing is that I have a lot of events coming up. If you recall, I am standing in 2 weddings, one in November and one in January. I'm also attending 2 other weddings, one in November and one in March. But the 2 weddings I'm standing in come with bachelorette parties, and the one in March, I'm also going to the bridal shower. Anyway, for 4 weddings, it's like 7 events, all in New Orleans or Phoenix. So I'll be traveling a lot in the next few months, which I'm excited about. I'll be seeing friends, I'll be seeing family, which definitely keeps my spirits up. And in the meantime, I'm trying to fill my time here in New Jersey by seeing friends locally as much as I can. My really good friends who were from New Orleans and were also in New Jersey recently moved away to California. So we used to do like everything together. So you know, my husband's here and it's just 2 of us and we have fun together, but I'm trying to like plan more activities for myself to just like keep myself busy and to keep my spirits up, because this weather, I mean, here in New Jersey, it's been in like the upper 50s, low 60s, kind of dreary, kind of rainy. Like it's depressing, and it's not the rain, it's the cold. You know, I'm used to New Orleans where it's hot and rainy all year, but the rain isn't the issue. It's the cold. So I'm aware of that in myself, and I'm trying to combat it early by filling up my schedule as much as possible. But yeah, so what I was going to say is the wedding in January in Phoenix is for one of my dear friends. He's a guy, and so I am the only, I'm like a bridesmaid, not a bridesmaid, I'm like a groomsmaid, I guess. And I'm the only girl standing on his side, but the other guys on his side, we all went to college together, so it's a big group of friends. And we're getting together in October. Actually, we're flying out to Phoenix on my surgiversary on October 20th. And so all this time I was like, oh, this many days, this many weeks until my surgiversary, but also until like the start of all these events. Same date, so like a good marker. And now I just got invited to, so the wedding that I'm in November, the bachelorette party for that one is in New Orleans the week before that, October 13th. And it's a Halloween party, it's a costume party. I have to wear a costume, which has been really stressing me out because I've always hated dressing up in costume because I'm always like fat and ugly and stupid, and I feel like people look at me and say like, oh, look at that poor fat girl, like she tried, and isn't that pathetic? And I don't know, that has never actually happened to me. I've just always believed that would happen to me, and so I've just like literally never past like the age of 12 worn a costume for anything. If there's costume parties, I just don't go. But this one I kind of have to go to because I'm a bridesmaid and it's a bachelorette party and I want to see my friends, you know? And so I'm like mentally building myself up to it. I know I look better than I used to, but still, like, all the girls who are going to be there are like super thin and beautiful. And I don't know, I'm not normally really guilty of like comparing myself to other people, but I feel like in costume it's different. I guess in real life, I don't compare myself to other people in the way they look because there are many factors to consider about a person. So like the way they look and their intellect and, you know, their mind and their spirit and their heart and so many things. But when you're at a costume party, the thing that matters is the way you look. And I think that's why at costume parties, I feel like the comparison is strong. So anyway, I'm trying to get over that. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to wear and whatever. I mean, I was talking to my mom about it, and I was like, I think I'm just not going to go. And she was like, no, you have to go, be with your friends, hang out, have fun. And she really reminded me that, like, the fun of this is not the costume. The fun of this is, like, being with my friends. So, and coming to New Orleans. So, I guess I'm going to go. I went ahead and booked my plane tickets, and I'll figure out the costume thing later. And whatever, if I just wear, like, a little dress and some fishnets and throw on a witch hat, I'll just call myself a witch and be done with it. Like, I don't want to have to plan costumes and try things on, and the whole thing just, like, stresses me out. So I'm going to try to keep it simple. But that's a week before my surgiversary. So I thought I had until my surgiversary, I thought I had until October 20th before all these like festivities and events would begin, but now it's a week before that. So what did I say? 6 weeks until my surgery, but 5 weeks until like the parties start. So I've got what, 7.5 pounds to lose, and I'm gonna work real hard to get there, and that's my motivation. You know, I want to lose these 7.5 pounds before October 20th. If it happens, I would be so happy, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna keep trying. So you stay tuned. What else? I think that's it. Do any of you guys use the Fitbit Alta HR? I currently have the Fitbit Flex, which is the very, very first original one, and I really like it because it's just like super thin, and all it does is count your steps and your sleep, and I don't really need or want much else. However, recently, when I work out, sometimes the cardio classes, they'll like stop in the middle and like you take your heart rate, and you know, you see how you're doing, what cardio zone you're in or whatever. And I've only kind of recently started measuring this, and it's really very strange. I find that like even when I'm working out what I think is really, really hard, my heart rate's like 95, and I feel like that's really low. My resting heart rate, I've been checking, is in the neighborhood of like 60, which I guess is normal, but before surgery, my resting heart rate was always like 95, and when I worked out, it was like 180. Seriously. I know that's very high, and I know I was very overweight, but now I feel like 95, I'm not really working that hard, and so maybe I need to work harder, or I don't know. So I've started thinking more about measuring and tracking my heart rate. So that's why I'm thinking about getting the Fitbit Alta HR, if any of you have it, and like really track your heart rate with it. Let me know if you like it, if you don't. I know it's not the most accurate thing in the world, but I don't know. I'm like suddenly concerned about my heart rate. In other news, I've become a little bit addicted to buying exercise clothes. Really, the only places I go are like to work and to the gym. And, you know, I'm slowly building up work wardrobe. But whenever there's a good sale for athletic wear, I can't pass it up. And I recently joined Fabletics, you know, the Kate Hudson line of athletic wear, and it's like a subscription service. I don't know, it's my first month and I got a discount because it was like Labor Day or something. So I don't know, and you can like skip months, you don't have to pay every month. I don't know exactly how it works, but their clothing is beautiful and I'm like really excited, and I may have a little bit of a problem. So I've been going through a lot of my old clothes lately, and donating stuff that's just like way too big. And I've done that a couple times since surgery, but this time it's been a lot of like old t-shirts and workout gear that's just way too big. Who knew that like stretchy workout gear could be too big? But it can. So that's been fun. Anyway, this week, like I said, it's just been a lot of ups and downs, especially because of the weather, but I think also because I didn't weigh every day, so I didn't know how I was doing, and like in my mind I had convinced myself that I was failing. And today I feel great because I did well. So I don't know, maybe I should go back to weighing more frequently so I can kind of mitigate that sense of failure. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Let me know. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk with you again soon. Okay, bye.